seven days every week.
Okay. Witam wszystkich w kolejnym studiu festiwalowym Kontrastu. Dzisiaj naszym gościem jest Lukas Zaba z firmy Zaba Art, dość znany i popularny malarz i rzeźbiarz. Będziemy rozmawiać razem z Krzysztofem na temat tego, jak Lukas zaczynał, jak to wszystko się u niego potoczyło, dlaczego rzeźbi, no i oczywiście co będzie pokazywał na Kontraście 2020. I welcome everybody. Today our guest is Lukas Zaba from Zaba Art. We will be talking with him about his art, how he's carving, his marvelous miniatures, and also we will be talking about this, what he will show on Kontrast 2022. So, Lukas, first question is, what was first, miniatures or painting?
Hello, first time. I started like a painter. I start like a historical miniatures painter, and then I go to the fantasy miniature painting, and then I start the sculpting because I want to make some my own ideas what I had, and that's why I start. About 6 years ago, I start with sculpting and try to make my ideas a living. So I start like a painter, and I'm still more the painter who try to sculpt something good for the paintbrush. So that's why I start like a painter.
Right, but I wanted to ask you, additionally, how long ago did you start painting miniatures? Because sculpting, you said that it's like six years, but painting?
I think it's 12 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
12 years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's very similar to me. We started doing it seriously in the same time, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. For me, it's also the 12 years. But that those 12 years, like, was it like is it for you like a road to develop your style, your approach?
Yeah, I try to develop my style because I try to don't learn from other, want to make some my own signature and make the figures how I feel it from the heart. So make a sculpting works for like a preparing for my painting and for open painting with open parts to make some open textures and try some new techniques.
So that's why you started sculpting. Additionally, like after those like 6 years, just like to do something that you wanted to paint for yourself. Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, that's a cool situation to be. I told you like prior, like we talked a lot about it, and for a lot of painters, I think it's a very like a dream to do it. Yeah. Okay, I think like you have your own studio. Yeah, you create figures, and your style is very, very recognizable. Like we could say like this. And where do you get the inspiration for your works, for your sculptures? Yeah,
maybe in my childhood when I read some fantasy books and when I playing World of Warcraft and something like this, because I was big fan of World of Warcraft and the Warcraft universe. So that's my start where I really like the style of the fantasy what is inside this universe. So it's formed me, and some game books or reading books of fantasy. But from the childhood, now I don't have a time for any movies and reading, and I'm collector of comics books, but don't read them because I don't have a time for it. Because I sculpt, paint, cast, make a box art, and it's crazy for time, really.
How much time do you spend for the hobby, like during the week?
I work every week, 7 days per week, and minimum, if you don't have something with family, my minimum is 10 hours per day. More days I work about the 12 or 14 hours per day.
But I guess that's divided like to your like company, your studio, like sculpting, painting. Yeah, so it's a lot of like diverse stuff probably. Yeah, it's not just painting like for 10 hours.
Yeah, that's why I spend so much time inside the studios and inside the studio. And normal I have something what I do for my company, and sometimes I make some special projects for show. And it's different from my normal stuff because not is different. It's almost same, but it's more complicated for the base working and more complicated for try something new, some new techniques. So I try to develop my own style with new techniques. What I try to use some techniques what doesn't make sense, but I try them, and sometimes it's good opinion and sometimes a good result, and mostly don't work. So I spend so many time with try to develop different techniques what will makes my work different from other, and that's what I want to make, but it's hard way for the time.
But it's very interesting to see it like your figures are always like I think they're like a mixture of like two words. Yeah, one is like you mentioned like more fantasy, but you also sneak in some stuff that like looks more historical. Yeah. Especially like in terms of like those freehands, those additions. Yeah, sometimes it looks like you can see the roots. Yeah, so that's why that's why I asked like for the inspiration, so you can see it like that mixture.
Yeah, that's my root. Yeah, like you said, it's my roots. The historic painting is my roots. So I'm still still on this way, and I just make some changes to make way in the make to fantasy painting, and maybe there is some feeling of historical, but I like it because it's not really, I don't really use the OSL, but now I make something like this, but nothing really crazy. Still, I have some how to say it. Not really fantasy, not really historic, something mix from both of them, and make some result what I want to make, what I see.
Lucas, do you remember your first miniature?
First sculpted?
Yeah, first sculpted.
Yeah, I think is some bust of European knight. So is that was historical. And my first miniature, like a figure, I can show you the Cyber Samurai.
We must see this.
This one.
I must say, Lucas, that I'm a little bit angry on you because of this samurai, because my adventure with Zaba art start with this miniature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find only one shop in Europe that have only one piece of this miniature, and I take it, and then I try to find out who does this miniature, and but there is no any more of this miniatures. Why?
And you don't have him.
No, I
Sure?
have the one.
You have him.
This one with the wings, not the rest.
That's maybe.
Why did you left this direction?
I am a little bit different with this because I have in offer some figures what I have in my eShop. They are limited edition, but about the 2 pieces, and other are open productions. But sometimes I just make a stop of the production because I make casting works, and I need to have my maximum. The stuff in the eShop is about the 15 pieces. What I can do. And sometimes I make a space for new things, so I need to stop some production and change to a new figure what I want to release. So sometimes it's hard to stop because I like them, but I must if I have some new ideas, and I have so many ideas. So because sometimes I stop something.
Because after this series you start with the Norse gods, yes?
Yeah. And they are before the stop now.
Okay. So now it's orc time.
No, this year I had orc time, but now
dwarf time also. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I have some ideas about the new word, some C word inside my head, but it's for the next year. I have an idea for trophy hunter. Krzysiek make orc. I have some orcs, so I have idea for the next trophies for this series. I have 3 finished already, but 2 I will never show you. one piece I have already casted. You have him at home, Michal, and Krzysiek will have him soon.
Very nice one.
But
that's not cool. You kept a secret. Oh,
sorry?
He didn't tell me about it. Oh,
yeah,
Michal, I don't like you anymore.
Keep the secret, and you will have him soon. So it's cool for him. Yeah, and I must change my products because I don't have a time for cast everything from my history, and need to make a free space for new things.
Okay, Lucas, there is a question from our viewers. Lucas, when we will see some female figures sculpted by you? You know, we have this kind of discussion 3 months ago, because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
talked to
yeah.
you about sculpting something, and you said that the sculpting women is difficult for you. Is changed?
It's one thing. It's difficult to make it in my style, because I have some really contrasted draperies inside the sculpting, and the women are more smooth. And I don't like to make a painting on the girls. It's not my style. My style is more like angry orcs and kinds like
Yeah.
this. So I think never, but never say never.
Never say never.
But still, I think never I will make a female or woman sculptress. Sometimes I have a feeling for paint some girls, but till these days I paint just one and don't finished. I think, if I remember, it's somewhere here. And I don't enjoy this work. Don't know why, but it's not my style. So we will see. I
Yeah,
have so many angry
you're
warriors in my head.
you're a simple man. You just like orcs, yeah.
Orcs,
Only
dwarves,
goblins
and
also.
other.
Orcs, boars, dwarves, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah. You know, like
And everything what I do, I don't make sculptures for commercial sales. I don't really think about what will be sold better, what will sell better. It's everything what you can see from me. It's make it for me from my heart, and then I offer them for other painters, and with hope they will like it. So that's my way. I try like this.
it's more like you're just like true to yourself, yeah. It's like it's a good direction, yeah. I also like painted a lot of female miniatures, yeah. But you can
Yeah.
like after a while it can be tiring, yeah. So that now I'm like changing it, yeah.
But your
So
style calls for it. Your style are absolute cool for it. So
yeah, but you know, like it's like if you paint too many, it also like sometimes you want to paint an
yeah,
orc, yeah. Like that's how it is, yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Lucas,
maybe we will meet. You will show me how you paint orcs, and I will show you how I paint females. We will exchange miniatures, and this will be secure. Yeah.
One day. Okay,
One day.
I'm in.
Lucas, somebody asked me to give you the question about this miniature. How long you prepared this miniature? How long you sculpted this one?
These miniatures I sculpt for 2 months, and I painted like 2.5 months. But in this time, I start some other miniatures and don't finish them. Not really. I was focused for this piece, but sometimes I need to change it, because if you make it by hands, you must clear your eye, and to keep a focus, you must leave sometimes for 2 days and then continues with works to keep your energy and focus to detail and all the scenery or all the atmosphere. So maybe 2.5 months for sculpting works, and 2.5 months for painting works. Just 3 weeks for full painting. So
So when you start to work on new miniatures, do you make any kind of visualization? I mean, you're making some drawings, this kind of stuff, or you have everything in your head, or just you're working with the clay?
everything starts with a paper, or not with paper, with a tablet, where I write some story about the feeling of the figure, and when I have some biggest points of the atmosphere, or points about the feeling of the miniature, feeling of the character, then I start with the pose. I start with the pose. Sometimes I make a photo of me in this pose. What is really not really good, but it works. So then I start with then I start with the drills, the armature, and make muscles, and then I make cloth and armor for this figure. And then I cut everything and make molds. What is crazy part of this production, because you sculpt something for 1 or 2 months, and then you one day just destroy this figure, make a how to say
be casted.
Yeah. And you never know if you will destroy it in the mold, and if you will have a first cast. So it's difficult time of the sculptor.
Have you destroyed some miniatures like this?
Yeah, so many. But still, I have some. Still, they are rescued in the mold. So I have first cast. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
so it wasn't something like you cut something wrong and like you didn't have that first cast.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're probably like have a good approach and everything is secure. Yeah. But like for me, probably I would destroy it. Like
nothing is secured.
Like at
Everything
first,
is hectic and crazy. I don't like this part, but it's needed if I want to make the cast by myself. So. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you have that like, the whole process you do yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
So just like from the sculpting, the concept, then to casting
Stories.
And everything, yeah. So
Stories,
it's completely
casting, painting, and packing of the figures. Sometimes my wife helped me with packing, so that's only way how she can help me because other is for me, and yeah. All the process is about me. All the process is from this room.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like
that's
casting
cool.
works.
That's cool that we have like that insight, yeah? Just like the whole workroom. Thank you for this.
You during painting miniatures, you are combining two techniques. I mean, acrylics and oils. Which one of these techniques is more important to you?
I really like to use oils. Acrylicos for me are so not playable, not really for playing with colors. But people who knows how to make with acrylicos have fantastic works and fantastic results. For me, is it still not really artistic time when I just make something, when I don't have a free mind. If I use the acrylicos and if I use the oil, sometimes I don't know what I want to do. I just have some ideas about the contrast of the full atmosphere, and then I let my mind free and just make something. So that's something what acrylicos, where I am limited in acrylic painting. So if I paint with the oils, I am more free in the process.
But is it because you can, like, the paint doesn't dry and you can move around with the color, with everything for oils?
Maybe, and maybe is it for something, if something doesn't work like you want, you still have a way how to find something really different, but better than you imagine. So they are playable. They are ready for mixing, and sometimes doesn't work together. And when you add some color inside the shadows, magic comes, and it's ready for play. And sometimes I spend 2 hours just for mixing, and it doesn't work, and then completely work and works together. So
Mhm.
that's why.
Yeah, okay. That's a cool insight, honestly. I can tell that like after painting for several years, I don't know, maybe you have something like this, but when I paint, like sometimes it's like you just like maybe have like a vague idea of what you want to paint, and the moment you start doing it, yeah, you have like sometimes it like clicks, yeah, okay, this is the thing that I wanted to do. Or even like I've done it with like painting textures, yeah. So for example, like when I started to do something, okay, that doesn't work, maybe I will move around a little, and just like something from that chaos, something is happening, yeah. Something that I like more. But I imagine that like it's easier probably to modify stuff with oils and just like to move around. So I get it. I haven't tried oils, but like the more I talk with you or like with Mateo, hi Mateo, if you're here, because I saw you wrote. But like it can be free. That's why like Michał asked you about that like mixed technique. We were talking about it like several times, but I wanted to ask you to just tell the audience how you approach it, because like from what I know, from what you explained, it's like a mix of both, yeah, most of the time on each work, yeah.
Yeah. So how it works? I have some main techniques what are every time same. It's about 6 or 7 techniques. And then I use so many techniques. What I like I do like I said doesn't how to say it's. I try to find something really different. So sometimes I am crazy and make uh, wet oils mixing together with wet acrylicos, and something is happened, something works together, and try to find some compromise with the result and with how it works. So that's how I try to learn different techniques. What sometimes they are so dirty because if sometimes if you see me in my workbench, I have colors everywhere. I just paint and just
Painting
try
with
to approve
fingers,
some
yeah.
new. Yeah, yes. I paint with the needles and with some sculpting tools and like this. And I try
Nice.
to find something really new. And if I want to make something new, I must and different. I must don't look about don't look to other painters and just be focused on my idea. So I try to mix them. So many painters told me acrylicos don't work after oils. Acrylicos work really good after oils. Acrylicos work really good to wet oils. What is really crazy thing, but it works sometimes. It works if you know how to use it. You have so many fails in this way, but on the finish you have some different result, because if you try it with acrylicos, you can make this effect, or you can, but you spend so many hours and still don't know if on the end at the end it will works how you want.
Mhm.
So that's why I try to mix everything with synthetic, alcohol colors or pigments and inks, acrylicos, oil colors with isopropyl alcohol together with gas to the fire lighter,
Lighter. Yeah.
lighter,
Lighter.
and yeah, combining of everything what I have here.
That's
Lucas,
cool because like
let's come back
yeah.
to the sculpting thing. Why do you don't use a computer?
Hmm. First thing is I need to have a clay under my nail. So I like to make a dirty works if I work. So uh, it I don't feel it in my computer. I have ZBrush and I have good computer for make it. I have a tablet or the but I don't feel it. I don't like it like this. Still, I am close to traditional art, and I hope one day I will be artist. And that's my way. I like to make it just with the hands and fingers. And second thing is I have some problems with so many guys who make sculpting works for commissions and without the heart. They just work it, just make it for monies, and because you save so many time on it. If you can make a really good result in really good time and short time, but for me sometimes it's like 80%, and last 20% it's about the twice or third time more. So 20% is the longest time, take long time, and want to make it from here heart. So if I see it on computer, I'm not feel it. I'm not connected with it. So one day I will try it. I will buy the machine for printing, but then I want to make it from heart and spend so many time to make it perfect, like I want to paint it. Yeah, because everything what I do, I judge like a painter, not like a sculptor. Every my parts what I sculpt inside these miniatures, I sculpt like a painter, like a prepare the parts to paint. Not really good sculpting, sculptor, miniatures, miniature, but to have free parts to paint, and that's how I thinking about it.
But like as a follow-up question, like to what Michał asked, don't you think that let's say the miniatures in general should be sculpted like for the painter, like, but also with the idea that they should be painted, yeah? So like, does it impact your work? Like,
sorry,
like I want to ask, like, because I think like there's a lot of miniatures being sculpted, yeah, and you tell that like there's a lot of commercial miniatures being sculpted on the internet and also printed, yeah. So there's a lot, but like, do you think that the sculptor should, like, especially if he is not like a miniature painter, if he should communicate with a miniature painter when sculpting a miniature?
Yeah, that's the way. If someone make it like this, the result is good. But the good result prepared for good painting, I think, from all the work of miniatures, it's about maybe 80 or 90%. It's not really prepared, and it's not good for painting. It's not easy way how to paint, and you must find hard way how to paint it good. And there is about the 20 or 10%, and these figures are prepared for good painting and enjoy the painting moment. So many guys, so many sculptors in 3D know how to make it, like a Latore, like a Chimera, like Big Child and other. They know how to make it, and they printed it and then resculpt it by the hands or by the computer again, and then they want to make a good result. So that's the way what I really respect, because it's just about using computer, and computer open you a new ways what you can make in the material, and sharp details, and you can make different and more focused work on the details. So that's cool. And but still you must give it the time to it. Yeah, not just like a mass production. I have a 1 week for 2 miniatures for some game or like this. That's the I think that's the trend at this moment, and not really help in our hobby. Not it kills so many talented guys who make miniatures, and I think the people buy it. So that's maybe the roar the dinosaur for me, but if people buy it, it's cool. But in my view, it's dangerous for talented guys who want to make something perfect, but the trend don't respect it, don't respect the work. How these guys want to be perfect in every millimeter, and you can buy the miniature game where you have some money talks, where you have some you need to manage the time to make so many figures, but the figure painters buy it for making a painting, so they are more for gaming, not for really good playing, not
Good
for
painting.
painting. Yeah, so if someone use this tool 3D like just like a tool, but he respect this work same like the traditional, and they have so nice result. But I think not much of people works like this. That's the problem what I have with 3D, not with the tool. The tool is amazing,
Okay.
but so many of these sculptors don't feel it like I love it. I must do it every time I have a free. I must do something. It's obsessed. But if you feel it like this, I think you can give the heart to it, and your works talks about you and about how you respect this hobby. And yeah, that's what I like. And you see it on the results. You see it
Yeah.
when the big child makes something. They have so many nice figures, and they are 3D. And yeah, because the guy who make it respect the work, and they want to make best what they can.
Okay. Thank you for this.
Lukas. Okay, Krzysiek.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the next question, but go ahead.
Okay, Lukas, I want to ask you about new projects, because last year on the Kontrast you introduced Donko. At Moson you showed Tonga. So what we will see, what we will see on Kontrast this
I
year?
will have their sorry. I will have their the bust miniature, fantasy miniature of Troll. Troll. It's a big miniature with a totem on the back, with the axe on the left hand. And now I try to paint him. I hope I will finish him till the contrast, but it's crazy because I start the second World Model Expo project, and it's it's a really crazy project. And now I want to find a way how to make it in time, and I think I need one more month. So I hope next week I will make a great progress, and then I will start and continue with the throw because I already start. But I'm still on the base skin tone. Then I need to repaint it by with more. Now is really pastel colors, and I need to repaint him to make some atmosphere from the back to front, and that because it's huge bust like this. I need to repaint it. There is so much work, so I hope. But my friend let's see will paint him to contrast. He have a time for him, and I will have some pre-order boxes there, uh, just few, but I will have a new there, the troll bust.
Okay, so also you will bring Tonga, yeah?
Yeah,
Because this is a kind of continuation of the Kickstarter campaign.
yeah. This one is the main character from the from my Kickstarter, Trophy Hunter, and I want to make a figure. So because I like this character and I like his story, and that's why I start with a full figure.
Do you plan to do other characters from this Kickstarter in 175 mil?
I really want to make them, but I don't have a time for them. Now I prepare the second series of Trophy Hunter, and like I said, I have an idea about the Sea World, 3 figures, full figures for next year, and uh, I hope I hope I will finish them uh, for next year. So
Okay.
now I said about the 3 figures and 3 trophies, and I have 4 pieces who never see the sun of the world. So I have 3 or 4 finished figures.
So
I
so
will,
you work on a lot of like different projects at once.
yeah, yeah. Like this one, Leshy is close to your.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's very Slavic.
Yeah, and so many projects on my table every time, and more projects on my
So
head. So
this means that there will be many new miniatures from you in 2023 on Kontrast
Yeah,
Festival.
I think in 2022 also, like on Contrast on World Model Expo, yeah. So it will be epic to see. We can't like I'm waiting
I
just to see
hope.
it.
I hope. I hope
Like
that will
I
be
know the
cool. But
time is short for like just to World Model Expo and to Contrast even more. But like I'm keeping fingers for you to like finish it. Yeah, like
thank you so
probably
much.
sometimes it's like 10, 12 hours painting before the contest. Yeah, but that's how it is.
Some work in progress inside the table.
Yeah, under the table on the contest. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we will need some category for VIP.
Yeah. So we wanted also to ask you, like, if you were going to participate in the sculpture category in Contrast.
No, I think I will have one entry to the contrast. Other I will have on my table. They will
Mm-hmm.
be with me there, but on the table, on the selling table, it's I like this way because I can speak with other about the figures when in real time. They see them and we can speak about the projects. And every time I don't have a display with so many figures. I just put to the show 1 or 2 projects, and I like this way because I order my works are older, and I want to have them on my table and speak with painters about these projects, and one of new figures inside the show. So that will be same one. I think I will have the Tonga to the show. I put the Tonga to the show.
Happy to see it finished, honestly.
Another question from our viewers. What is your favorite miniature event and why it is Kontrast?
That's cool.
Question, yeah.
Loaded question.
we speak with Czech guys about the situation, about the events and shows right now, last years, and we have a best three, and it's SMC, is Monte. SMC is for the number of the pieces inside the show. That's why it's SMC inside the first three, best three. Monte is about the feeling and atmosphere of this show, and Kontrast is in this best three too, because this show is really different. You know how to make it digital, and it's cool. That's cool. You record everything. You have Michal you make fantastic words, same like on other shows where you're going, and you spend so many times on the recording, especially like the motion. We just check it you with Jan, and we really respect what you do for the community. I think still need how to say it. Yeah, but okay, for the question, Lukas, yeah, the Kontrast.
Coming back to the events, do you plan to go to the Monte this year?
I think not. This year is first time after 4 years what I will not coming, because we waiting a second baby, and
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. We waiting for it, really. So I think I will be a father this time again. So I will spend this time with family, but I will be on the Euroma in Italy this year, just for visiting and small trip there, small travel. But that's all for this year. SMC, World Model Expo, Kontrast, Euroma, and that's all, I think. Yeah.
And still quite a lot.
Yeah. What do you think? What is the most important things on this kind of shows? The contest, the atmosphere, the people, the possibility to talk to other painters, the possibility to see the miniatures in live.
So many painters on these years told about I don't want to start on the show, I just do it for myself. And yeah, that's the same in my situation, but I really like to compare my works with in the same table with other painters. So I'm challenging, and that gives me so many energy when I try to find some energy before the show. The contest, I like to contest, not for the who are the winner, doesn't matter, just for the kicking my ass to the work and work better and better. And if I don't have energy, I am so motivated from other guys. I am challenging guy, but I know how to lose. I'm don't problem with it. I'm not really challenging like I don't want. It's not good. But no, nothing like this. I like to challenging because gives me second part of the energy of for my works. So I don't need it, but I want it, and I like it for like a second focus, because you know the finishing of the way. If you have a project, you think about the for where this project will be show it for peoples. And I want to show the best what I can, and this is like a dot of this work. Yeah, this is the finish, the show, and I like to challenging with these pieces what are make it for contest.
So this is a very
So,
nice approach.
but and the community, our community is best what I ever seen in every hobby, because you have I know some community about the scale modelers, and they don't have a feeling inside the community like our. If you see the uh, bushcraft communities, and there is so many clashes, and we have something different, and I think it's the best what we can have, because everyone from us need to see us together on one place, and it's cool. It's I want to be part of this, so that's why I coming to shows.
Then we are happy that you're also like wants to go to Kontrast. Like I also think like Michał is doing an exceptional job, just like showing that Kontrast, and like it's good that you have that like mindset. Yeah, like we both are competing. Michał also is competing in competitions, but it's like just a meeting of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you can compare your works to the best painters, and just like sometimes you get a serious kick in the butt and just wants to do better. Yeah, that's the most important part, and it's good that you have that mindset. Yeah,
but need to be in the positive vibe. Don't be aggressive to someone won. That's not the way what I like. I am just there on the contest because I want to compare with other, and we will see. I do best what I can, and then is this finished, and I have on table so many other projects. So what I show in the contest is old. Already old.
Yeah, but
if I finished, it's old.
Yeah, I think that what you say, it's very important in our hobby to meet other people, to see the miniatures in real life, because this is completely different experience when you see the miniature in live, because you can see from every side. You can talk to the painter, ask him what we done, or even ask you as a author of the art box and the sculpture, what do you think about interpretation as we done with my Dorin? Yeah, this is the value of not the golden piece or silver piece or statue, but this kind of experience.
It's about the comparing, not about the who wons and medals. Just the comparing, because if I am on the same table like top painters, that's the best way how I can compare what I do good or bad or wrong. So it's not about the comparing of the who is the first, who is the second. It's about the comparing in your eyes, what you see, what you can make a better, and that's the inspiration. And you can combinating with other styles, and that's the best way what we can do. And the show's helping with the quality of figures so much. That's so many people told me I will just check the show, nothing. I will bring nothing to the show. Just I'm not at the level for contest. I told them why. This is not about the level. This is about you bring your stuff and you see order, and you just check the line, and it open your minds for next work. Contests for me are not the finishing of some part of the year or month or project or like this. Is the start of the new project for me. Competing is the point where I start, not finished. So many painters have it like I will show you on the contest, and that's the finish. no, that's the start of next work, because you see your work with other works with other painters and top painters, and that's the perfect experience what you can bring from this moment.
Yeah, I agree with you that you can get very good power after this kind of event
Yeah,
to do more, to prepare, for example, display, because
yeah.
after Moson I started to think about completing more, to have a display or on each event. So this
Mm.
changed mind. Yep.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
it's
like
like a
me.
pit stop, huh?
Every time I'm back from the contest, about the 2 a.m. morning, I must spend 3 hours at the workbench because I can't sleep. I make so many projects and ideas at the car. I write on the telephone or tablet. Normally I have 3 or 4 projects when I comes from the show, and I choose the best. And this night when I become from the show, I must start. I can sleep. My wife don't don't know how I find the energy, but I become, and I can't sleep. I must go to the workbench and work about the 2 and 3 hours minimum and start something, need something to
That's
do,
good.
So
because
That's good.
it's start of the
it
way.
looks it looks like a serious overflow of painting energy or like creative energy. Yeah, just like
Yeah,
accumulate like on the competition and go to home and just like create. Yeah, but that's
like
I
a hot lava.
yeah, like hot lava. But that's a good thing, because like for me also, like you mentioned that the people ask you like or you talk with them that they will just go to the competition and just see the works. Yeah, and also I think that's a very flawed thinking. You just have to like compete. It's not about winning something. It's just about like
Yeah,
that participation factor. Yeah, you just like
you
are
can
in
you
the
can't lose.
competition. Yeah, yeah, you can lose. That it's not a
You
problem. But
you can't lose if you have mindset like this. You can't lose nothing, because you are. It's just a mm, yeah, like energy. You refill your energy there, and then you start. So
mhm.
it's new part.
But I think it's magic, the magic of this community. Honestly, if you think about it,
Yeah.
like we can also like I think Michał can seriously compare like the painting community with other communities from like different hobbies, because Michał like had a lot of like different stuff. I'm just like a miniature painter from the start, yeah. So it's like, but when we talk, like it's the same. Like people have different opinions, and here is like everyone is so positive. Like that's always epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
I think that the people don't have room for judging other people, because there is something very strict rule about something.
Mm.
Like for example that you must shade this German color in this way, because other way it's not okay.
it's not the German jacket anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because you use the wrong color,
Yeah.
or wrong shade.
Yeah.
That's, I think for me, the coming to the shows is real adventure. I mean, I'm always very curious what I see. For example, in Moson, I discovered the historical miniatures, because there was a lot of painters from Italy who are
Mm.
specialized in this kind of miniatures,
Yeah.
and they were great, really great.
Mm.
I love
Yeah.
fantasy, but also the historical miniatures are very nice.
Same like me. I love the fantasy, but the one project at the year must be the historical. That's my roots, and I love it. But you are not really free in the history, and so many figures and ideas from the historical miniatures are already painted. So it's limited if you want to make something really different sometime.
But don't you think that now the historical painters are also using a lot of things from the fantasy painting?
Mm.
Yeah, 'cause
I
it
don't
is.
mean the painting styles. I mean uh,
The color shapes.
the projects. Not it's you know if you want to paint a Caesar or German or Gaul or Celtic warrior or something like this, so many painters make something similar.
Hmm.
You can't make something really different. You can, but it's really sometimes, and that is something what is limited. That's limited you, and really sometimes I have some idea about something really different. Now I have. It's already finished, but it's not really. It's really sometimes. It's
Yeah,
not.
but Lucas, for many people, especially at the beginning of the adventure with the painting miniatures, one of the biggest problem is how to choose colors, how
Mm,
to combine them. So if you
mm,
choose, for example, a historical miniature and you have some sources, you can
yeah,
focus on the technique, on polishing
yeah,
your technique, yeah,
that's true. That's true.
and to try to achieve something else in terms of technique, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. That's at the start of the painting works. If you are if someone is beginner, that helps because you have some pictures from 3 or 5 painters who paint same project, and you just focus for the techniques. That's cool. That's true. And
So,
then you just play with the
for
colors and
example,
try something.
you visit some contests in Italy. I did not yet. I don't know if Krzysiek take part in, for example, Roma.
No,
What kind of
no.
event is this? Roma is more historical or 50-50 fantasy historical? How you see it?
It I think it's more historical, but there is so many. It's about the 60% of historical and 40% of fantasy painting, and there is more Italian painters. So not so much painters around the world, but this show is so nice, and the bonus is the Rome. That is something what you can prepare for. You
Yeah.
know, we,
A small bonus.
yeah, a small bonus with so many stone. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't prepare us before first time there. We was there, and that was something fantastic. Best what I see in my life. Something what you can't be prepared for it. Yeah, every second meter is some museum or some
Yeah.
castle or with so many nice paintings, and you have a time for it, and you just check the mixing of colors by Caravaggio, or you you pay the €1 and you see it, and it's cool. Then
Mhm.
you spend €20 and you know how to Caravaggio make a red.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but
that's
like,
cool experience.
Yeah, yeah.
but on this topic, like, do you use like traditional references, like from the traditional painters? Do you look at them, or like more like fantasy references?
I look them. I never checked the learning class or something like this. Or some guys have some how to paint red like a Caravaggio and something like this.
Hmm.
I try to find a way how I can do it. You know, like OSL. I think about the OSL 2 years, then I start and want to have OSL in my style, like on the black orc with the purple OSL from the right or left. And yeah, I study something, but not like a process, but how to make a result. And I think about it and try to find the way how to make it with my techniques. And if
Hmm.
I don't know how to make it with my techniques, I try to improve the techniques how I can make it. Yeah, but I spent so many hours in
Yeah,
some
but it sounds like it's
traditional
very
art paints.
But it sounds like it's very personal for you. You can go to competitions and compare the works and see what people do, what people use. But you always, like, from what you're saying, you're always trying to like find your own way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very good statement, even because, like you mentioned it earlier, yeah? Like you mix techniques. Sometimes people tell you that like maybe those paints don't mix, yeah, and that doesn't work. But you find a way, yeah. And this like probably creates your style. And like I think it's like a very good statement of like the whole hobby, like the miniature fantasy painters. Like everyone tries to paint their own interpretation, yeah. I think that's the magic of this, like this part, yeah. Like it's a little less like in historical, but I think you can do a lot. Like your example of Caesar, you could paint Caesar at night, and using like a lot of blue just to shift every color, and probably it will look more like fantasy, and people would say like his robe was not that blue, but it will be Caesar at night, yeah. So this also works, yeah. I think like if you look at it like in a conscious way, like you should do it like honestly, like by yourself, yeah. People can show you stuff, you can see a lot of things on competitions, but yeah, you should like try to reach it by your own, yeah, like in a way, yeah. So like I applaud that you're like doing
And
something like this.
it's not like just about the competitions. It's about the old traditional sculptures, old traditional oil canvas art on the castles and everywhere. If you see something what is nice, check it, make a picture, and then find the mix of colors and try to think about how he make this result. Yeah, how he mixed the colors to make an atmosphere, to make a contrast, to make that's about it. It's not only about our miniature world, it's about the world. If you see some good rust on the roof and on the real roof, make a picture and spend a half hour and try to find how you can make it and replace this part of building to your part of space marine armor or some chest armor or something like this. Try to find a way how to put the ideas from other world, art world, normal life to your works. And that's what I was.
Like, do you make a lot of photos like this? Just like to have a database for yourself?
Yeah, okay. I make so many pictures, but so many I never see them again. So
I have the same.
Thousands of pictures, but sometimes you remember. We had the workshop on one small city in the middle of Czech Republic, and there was rusted roof, really rusted roof with the copper rust. Don't know
copper
how to.
Rust, yeah.
The light.
Yeah,
oxide of the copper, and in one part, one half meter, there was 3 different coloring of the lines of this rust. It's crazy because it's one material with the same percent of copper, or that makes, I don't know how to say it in English, but you have same material and 3 lines of rust, and every colors from this rust are really different. So, and if you find a way how to combine it on chest armor or helm plate, they are more colorful because you have 2 or 3 colors, not just one rust color, and it's more realistic. And for me, before I see it on real material, I can't imagine how to mix these three colors of rust together, because they are so different, and don't know how to make a harmony of these three colors. And then when I see this in real life, I make a picture and spend about half hour in just checking the rusted roof. What is for normal people are crazy, but if you find something like this, spend a moment and try to replace it to your works.
Yeah, that's, I can tell you also, like Michał has told it, but like my wife also hates the photos from our vacation, especially when we are sightseeing, because like each, like you have a photo of our family and then a photo of a gate or something like this, or like a painting or like a textured wall, yeah. And it's like, why do you do it? Yeah, it's like just like reference.
You don't see it? You don't see it? No, I don't see it. I see it.
Yeah, but like as you mentioned, it's very hard to like go back to those photos sometimes.
Yes. But sometimes you remember what you make a picture, and you try to find this in history, and it helps.
Okay,
can help.
Let's left some subjects on Kontrast. Lukas, thank you very much for your time. And that
my thanks too.
Krzysiu, as always. Great talk.
Also, thank you guys.
You to visit Kontrast, to meet Lukas in person. So I think that he is a very good and nice guy, and he will help you and share with you his experience. So be there and meet Lukas. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
We will see you on Kontrast.
See you there. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Go to the work.
Damn.